Yo, YouTube, Gino Draghi back. Finally, after talking about it for, I don't know, several times in recent videos, finally do another vlog. It's been a while. And gonna do this one on my collecting habits. Gonna give you a little insight into different aspects of how I've collected over the years. And yeah, so first give a little shout out to it's your boy R2, who had asked about it in the comments on my recent videos. So shout out to him, fellow Cowboys Nation member, always Cowboys. Also shout out to Lightning 2288, another proud member of the Cowboys gang. This helmet serves two purposes. One, just besides being awesome because it's Cowboys. Two, I have it blocking the comics right here so you can't see them, because they're going to be shown in another video. So you're going to have to hang on and feel that suspense. Because while I'm talking about my comic collecting habits, I'm going to be marking off these books from my want list. So, yeah. So, and I have a little tea with my Ninja Turtles mug. Team Leonardo, just in case you didn't know. So, as I was thinking about this, I knew there was a definite chance of me rambling and repeating points, circling around, whatnot. So I kind of made a list of different areas of comic collecting, I suppose. And depending on, of course, I have no way to check the time from this, from where I'm at. But I may end up breaking this up into video series and adding along to it, so we'll see how that goes. If I feel it gets too long, then I'll just break it up into a couple videos. So let's see what we'll start with. I just start with one of the big things. My top series that I like to collect. Obviously X-Men, so Uncanny X-Men and X-Men were the two, like, the very top. And I'm speaking of Uncanny X-Men, the first volume, which went to 544 issues, and then X-Men, adjectiveless X-Men for the most part of the series, which ended up going 275 issues. Then went X-Men, New X-Men, then went back to X-Men, and then X-Men Legacy through the end of the title. So those two were at the top of my list. I did finish the X-Men one, and I'm still working my way down Uncanny X-Men, slowly but surely. Besides that, well, I've already talked about this, so I won't hang on this too long, but Amazing Spider-Man, of course, Avengers is in there as well, and then Daredevil. And just because 5 is my favorite number, I might say Captain America, but then I forgot about G.I. Joe and Spawn. Big G.I. Joe and Spawn fan, and working my way. Or years ago, I started going back and collecting the G.I. Joe series from Marvel, which one ran 155 issues before and then the license transferred over to Image and DDP, which is Devil's Due Publishing. They had a really good series, but their company had some issues like Pan Creators or something. So I think they're kind of working their way back into the industry a little bit, slowly but surely. And then IDW has a current G.I. Joe license, and they picked the Real American Hero back up at issue, well, it was like a free comic day issue, 155 and a half, and then just kind of kept going from there. So, yeah, those are the top series that I collect. And obviously I got a whole lot of X-Men in my collection, Ultimate X-Men, and various other series. I didn't get into, when I was a kid, it was always X-Men and Image, so mostly Spawn, but I liked Image a lot. I didn't really get into anything else until later on, and I didn't get into DC till around. I didn't really start looking at DC until around 2005 when I started going to conventions. And just I remember jumping back in the Wizard magazine, trying to give me a taste of all of the comic industry as a whole. So you get to see. So I got to see like just other characters and other stories. What else is going on outside of Marvel and Image? So what else? And just being at conventions, those first few years definitely exposed me to DC heavily. I had a bunch of DC posters, like promo posters and different stuff that they gave out. It was kind of cool because it was just new comics, just opening up, like expanding my world of comics. So yeah, but I need this. So yeah, it was DC, and then eventually it got into like Batman. Batman was the first DC title I went through, and then obviously Green Lantern was huge at the time. Or it was just getting huge, and I figured it just looked cool because see the power rings, and then all the different colored cores. So I came in just before. Oh yeah, I guess it's right around that time all those different colored cores started popping up more. So it kind of seemed. So it was really like it was just pretty cool. It's kind of like a kid in a candy store. So a whole lot going on there, but eventually that kind of faded away. Kind of got bored of it, and Jeff Johns and all that. What else? Then obviously started expanding out even more into all the other publishers, all the smaller publishers. Definitely more Image, obviously. Boom Studios, Dark Horse, Dynamite. And like my collection, I have comics from all over. Red Circle. What else? DW, which was DreamWorks Productions. But I got like one miniseries and it was trash. It started out good. I thought it was good. But yeah, that turned out to be pretty trashy. What else? What else is in my collection? I don't even know. And as far as trades, I know I talked about my bookshelf. I didn't really get into trades till I volunteered at a convention. And after the convention was over, we got to pick through a bunch of trades and collected editions, hardcovers. And so those are my first books of that style. So, and then eventually like going to Borders and getting like the Borders rewards or something, whatever it was, like 40% off coupons or 30%. And I just used to use those and just go pick up random trades and trying out new books. Not DC stuff. That's how I tried out DC stuff. Some more DC stuff. Dark Horse and just everything else. Just random stuff. Walking Dead, Umbrella Academy. That's how I picked up Watchmen. No, wait, I picked up Watchmen from another shop that one of my buddies runs. And my buddy, but we're really cool. So I used to go there for years. And what else? Yeah. So those just different series that I've picked up and how I've gotten into them. Also, how I've gotten into them is previews, which if you're relatively new to comics or even if you're not, like, I definitely recommend picking up previews. Pre-orders help, obviously, those indie books, smaller publishers, but it's just great for just checking out what's coming up in the next 2 months or 2 months later down the road, whatever. And this is how, previews is how I found out, came across a lot of, like, awesome books. In previews, I wouldn't have found East of West. I probably wouldn't have found it right away. East of West, The Strain, Nowhere Man, which is a mini-series from Dynamite, which is pretty cool. It's 4 issues. What else? Just I've picked up tons of great stuff. Just trying out random stuff through previews. And I don't know when I'll post this video, but next Wednesday, which should be the 29th. Wait, I don't know what day that would be. Yeah, it'll be 29th. Will be New Comic Day, obviously. But there's supposed to be a book called Lumine that I'm hoping comes in. Hope my order went through right. I don't know the publisher's name by heart, but it looks pretty cool. So if you check it out, or just go online and check it out, just Google Lumine, Luminae, and it looks pretty cool. Visual style looks awesome, and the concept sounds pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to reading that. It's a graphic novel, and yeah, so check out a lot of indie books. Mainstream, obviously, superheroes are my favorite. So, like, Marvel is the biggest spot. I have most comics in my collection are Marvel superheroes, just because, like I say, I love superheroes, and Marvel has the best. So, cool for that whole one. Yeah. So, but I don't believe. I always hear, like, I've seen online people say, what is it like? It was something stupid. Just like graduate from superhero comics into real, like they're saying, like basically saying immature people read Marvel, like immature people read superhero comics, which sounds just really stupid. Superhero comics are for everybody. Superhero comics are fun. You can't just say you read superhero comics when you're a kid and then you go to indie stuff when you're old. It just sounds stupid. Whatever. I don't believe that. Like that superiority by either. Read whatever you like. I do, so screw them. Anybody tells you otherwise, just read whatever you want. Support the books you like and the stories that entertain you, or however you do it, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much about series. And like I said, I don't have a script for this, so I'm going to just be rambling on these little subjects. And what else? Since I'm doing this right now, I'll talk about this. My want list. I keep track of. I have several want lists. I have one on my phone, which is I use the Notepad app, but not just for my want list, but I use that for note taking and everything. But I also have a want list for comics. I have my pool list on my phone. And it's cool because you can sync it online if you need to. I don't do it too often, and I never check it online. But I think the idea of being able to sync it is pretty cool, just in case if something happens, which happened to my last phone, and I didn't sync it for a while, and I lost a bunch of stuff that I had written up in my notepad. But I have my pool list and my want list in there. But my want list isn't the full one. It's just kind of like a short one, like a lot of stuff that, like the high priority books, or just the random stuff that pops in my head, like, hey, I want to check out this story, like whatever. So I'll just put it in my phone. And I have a notebook, which is I have a Spider-Man notebook. Figure why not? Obviously, it's got all the nerdy stuff in it, comics and just random other stuff. Like I got my Masters of Evil first appearances. So a list of my favorite Masters of Evil characters and their first appearances. Working on that slowly but surely. And I have a checklist, which I didn't know what to do, so it was really basic. So years ago, I thought the idea of just having a number list and the different titles. So I have Amazing Spider-Man. This is my newest one, though, so there's new titles. Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Black Panther, Volumes 1 through 3, Captain America, Daredevil, G.I. Joe, Iron Man. I only picked Iron Man on here because I found myself picking up more Iron Man, I'm not going to go for the whole series, but I don't want to get doubles of the few issues that I will have. Okay, next one, of course, Spawn, and did I say G.I. Joe? Yeah, okay. So Spawn, G.I. Joe, but I need to update this with my Spawn, my G.I. Joe, as well as my Uncanny X-Men under 200. I need to update that section. So this is a full checklist of the bigger, long, ongoing series. And then also, I have another set of another list. These are shorter series or indie series that aren't as long, but I just have this or specific issues. Like I have 52 weeks. There's only one of the 2 issues, so or let me see what else. I got Made Spider-Man, Daredevil, so kind of like on my phone, like the higher priority issues. They made Spider-Man 136, 137, which are high up on my list right now. Harry Osborn, Green Goblin, there's Captain America, and just various indie series. I Kill Giants, Umbrella Academy. A few issues of Submariner I want, like number 5, First Tiger Shark. 45, which I don't remember what's happening in 45, but I don't know if that's Tiger Shark again. And 52 and 53, which is Appearance by Sunfire. So I have this, and I always take this to conventions, and when I go to new shops, just to carry it around with me. I always keep pins. I have blue pen. I write the title and the number in blue pen. And then I check them off with black because blue and black are my favorite colors. So, yeah, one list and tracking. What else? I used to use some online programs. Comic Collector Live. I used that for a while. Then I just kind of fell out. Oh no, wait! They changed it from being free to it made it pay, and the free one became like a little, I don't know, it's kind of a limited version, and I didn't really feel like paying for it. But, and it got kind of extensive trying to log in everything, every issue you picked up. What else? Yeah, and then one list, which this segues perfectly into shopping. So, convention shopping, I mentioned conventions. I started going to conventions like 2005. My very first one actually was a small show. It was like one day show in the area I found online. And so I figured I'd go check it out. And it was pretty cool. Just like a hotel, a few vendors, toys, comics. So I picked up a bunch of comics. And then my first actual like big convention was Wizard World Chicago. I went there. I was going there for a few years before Wizard turned to just complete trash. But yeah, like the first time I went to Wizard was Wizard World Chicago 05, and I only went one day because I didn't know what to expect. I couldn't find much online. I was trying to figure out like what happens at conventions, and it was just kind of, I wasn't getting a lot of info, so I just picked one day. And of course I picked Saturday, which if you've been to a convention, you know, Saturday is the busiest day. I had no idea what to expect. So I went there, showed up, tons of people, just sensory overload, just so much going on. Cosplay, you got the big publishing booths, got video game stuff, and this is before like the big movie surge started happening. And I found the dealer section, so I'm buying comics, just tons of comics. I had to go to my car and load my backpack like twice. I had about stupid comics that year. And so from there on out, I bought the full weekend pass. Just one day is never enough. So as far as like shopping, conventions, I do tons of back issue shopping, cheap books, keys, just whatever I'm looking for, whatever looks good, I'll buy it. Like one convention I bought, it was a Wizard World Chicago show too. I bought 256 comics. I wish I was on YouTube at the time so I could have made a video to show those off. It was 256 comics. I remember kind of was like, damn, I bought a ton of books. It was awesome. And most of them there were a few books over like $2-3, but it was probably like less than, I don't know, less than 2 handfuls, whatever. Most everything under that was $1 or less, and most were 50 cents, a quarter, or two for a quarter. So I was just buying tons of books that was some I needed, just happened to come across really cheap, and others just like, hey, I'll try this out because that's just how I do. And I had to be careful though, because I don't. You got like speculation with all the movie and TV stuff now, so I can't really. I try to stay away from all the books tied to big movie stuff right now. I was telling ETA Nick, I was at a show earlier this year, Emerald City, and I was looking to buy the Days of Future Past issues, Uncanny X-Men 141, 142, and all the dealers they were just ridiculously priced. Like one dealer they have like $125 each. And I was like, come on, man, I'm not spending $250 on those 2 books. When, like, probably months before that they were, who knows, well, not probably not months before, but I don't know, who knows. I just wasn't going to do that. I wasn't falling into that speculation trap, or that movie bumped up price trap, not getting me. So yeah, I buy lots of books. It looks good. If I need it, whatever. Cover looks cool, I'll buy it. I'm not saying I'll buy like just everything I come across, but just buy a lot. I do buy a lot of stuff, so it just kind of leads into quantity versus quality. We talk about like this pops up in the community a lot. And I don't really believe like you got to choose. Like I go with both. I buy a lot of books, and I prefer they be in the best quality that I can get. I actually touched on this in another video, and I said pretty much I buy a lot of books, like I said, from like various, I don't know, I don't want to say qualities, but like various prices, whatever. A lot of cheap books, a lot of higher priced books maybe. And as far as condition, usually prefer like at least a very fine and up. And like as you go older back with the books, then they kind of loosen up on those a little bit, just because that's just how it is. You're not gonna find a whole lot of books at higher grades, or they're gonna be mad expensive. So yeah, where we at? So yeah, just checking off these books. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Wait till you guys see this haul. That's some awesome books. Oh yeah, let me write this on. Oh, not on there. And what else? Oh yeah, like I said, I don't have a script for this, so I'm just kind of going off these little notes that I made. I just kind of hit them all. Also, let's see. Oh yeah, put more grails on here. So, for my big grails, I've talked about some I've talked about before, but obviously, as an X-Men fan, my number one like book that I want, Giant Size X-Men #1. Then after that, X-Men '94, and then mostly obviously a lot of X-Men. Amazing Spider-Man 50, 121, 122. Or was it 120? Yeah. 136, 137, and 238 and 239. So most of those are, everybody knows what Amazing Spider-Man 50. The other ones are all Green Goblin and Hobgoblin issues. And yeah, I talked about those, and I've shut off a lot of Green Goblin and Hobgoblin issues because I really like the Goblins. Not a lot of, and I'm a big Carnage fan, but I have most Carnage appearances, so I feel pretty good about that. What else? So, nothing really from DC that I really want that's big. I think, well, one big one is Action Comics 252, which is first appearance of Supergirl. I do want that. And I was looking up prices just to see if any kind of come around. I didn't realize it was from 1959. I think it was 59, 58 or 59. And there was like 2 copies, like unslabbed on eBay. I think one was 1400, and I don't remember the second one. It might have been more. I just remember 2 for sure. I definitely want that at some point, hopefully, but who knows. X-Men 64, first appearance of Sunfire. It's pretty high up on my list. Really like Sunfire. What else? Daredevil 131. First appearance of Bullseye. I don't know how high that is. I want it. I just couldn't really say how high on my list it is. Along with, I was just looking at what was it? Oh, Avengers 195, 196, which is the first appearance / cameo appearance of Taskmaster, and then the first full appearance, whatever it is. I don't really understand that. A cameo, I figure, here's my look on first appearances and that whole cameo thing. If a character appears in a book, in a panel, in a story, like actual story panel, whether it's just, they're just sitting there in the panel, they don't say anything, or they have one line in the very last panel of the book, that's their appearance. That's a cameo or not, whatever. Like, what's a cameo? You'll have a cameo if you, I don't know. That's just stupid to me. So, like, all those cameo appearances should be the first appearances. And I'm not talking about that Wolverine 80, X-23 and a test tube shit. Because that doesn't make any sense. Because that would be like, that just happened to be coincidence that some seed that was planted 20 years ago or however long, 30 years ago, sprouted into this new character. So that was a stretch. I'm pretty sure that was coincidence. So everybody's going crazy over that one right now. But I figure cameo appearance, so Avengers 195, that should be first appearance. I haven't seen it, so I don't really know what actually happened in the book, like as far as his appearance. But like Wolverine, or not Wolverine, but Hawk 180. Apparently Wolverine makes an appearance in the last panel or something, I don't know. But that should be your appearance. That's first appearance. The first time you see a character. Like, that just, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. Should knock off these last few books off my list. Uh-oh, I made an error there. What's going on? And so basically with this, I just check things off. And I make another, so I got all the extra space. Sometimes I will, like this. I'll make a note at the bottom of another issue that I want, or issue that I have, but I'm not completely satisfied with it. Like this one, Amazing Spider-Man 247, 261. I don't remember, off the top of my head, I don't remember what's wrong with 247, but 261 it's an appearance, it's a Hobgoblin story, and it has a barcode. I'd rather have the Spidey logo, so, I mean, I bought it and whatever, but I don't really want the Spidey logo on that one, so, which is a big thing for me, just because it looks better, the Spidey logo, or whatever other, and the Marvel Anniversary logo they put besides the barcode, which kind of looks funky. So, yeah, there's that. I really no idea what I'm doing on time. I'm recording this on my phone, so I'm just going to stop at some point because this video is going to get hella long. Trying to think what else about my collecting habits. It seemed like a really good idea to do a vlog about this, but I feel like I don't want to short you guys. Also, I'm discovering I'm a real big fan of the Bronze Age for some reason, which is bronze, copper. Yeah, the Bronze Age. I'm picking up a lot of Bronze Age books in the last month or so. Like I said, in the previous video, I've just been going OD with back issues. Got tons of back issues, and every so often I just go back. I go in my room where all my comics are, and like I just flip through the books. Like, oh man, this looks awesome. Like those Amazing Spider-Man books I got. Like, oh man, those look great. Oh, the X-Men books. Just like looking at those covers, all those old stories that were published before I was even born. So, oh yeah. Also, well, I don't know how I'm doing on time. Let me check the time first. Because I want to talk about my collecting habits as a kid, or collecting as a kid, but that's going to be long on its own. So, yeah, we're running over a half hour already. So I'm just going to end that. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to make another kind of collecting habits kind of video, but at least one more would be focused on my collecting and reading as a kid and whatever else I think of. So, hope you enjoyed getting a little insight into my collection, and how I collect and shop and what I read. Well, I didn't really talk about much of what all types of stories I read, so that'll be good for later. Another vlog later on down the line, whatever. So yeah, if you want to know anything else about my collecting habits, any specific things, just comment and I will make a note to discuss in another video and give you a shout out for mentioning it, whatever it is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is Gino the Dragon saying, happy reading, happy collecting, read comics, buy, support the comics you like, drink some tea while you're doing it. And thanks for watching.